Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to Story Review Podcast. Although it's not the out there, but welcome to Story Review Podcast because basically I just want to tell you guys stories, and today's story is something that actually is a personal experience. It happened to me a long time ago, and not quite long. I shared the story with my husband. We were just a random talk. He laughed at me. Man, but it's okay. But I just realized that it's something that people could learn from. I was like, okay, I could share this story. But what really even prompted me to share this story, because I saw somebody almost making the same mistake that I made. Sorry, this is I'm making, let's call it dinner. It's not lunch, it's dinner, because I got to eat it in the night. I'm making it now so that when you come back, husband will say, hi darling, dinner is I'm making yam. I like yam. Today is I like yam, so you have to eat yam. Anyways, if what I'm making. So let's start the story. And promise me that you guys not laugh. But I'm very sure, jokes apart anyway, that there's something that you guys are going to learn from this story today. I'm looking at my timer. Okay. So, a long time ago, years ago when I was in university, I was this little very churchy, campus mom. I was like a pastor, a student pastor in school. I was living in this very nice, fancy house, students' quarter, but it was really nice, So I was like the first person. My friend and I were the first people to pack in. So she took a flat, and I took another flat. So we're like the first people in the compound. It was a new house. And so when we packed in, to the compound, that was like my year 3. That was year 3. Oh. This is already year 3. I already stayed there like 2 years. So we packed into the compound though, started living there. So I was very always spiritual, So my landlord came around one time like that. So I took the compound like my own. I was always just, okay, since we are the first people here, let's just try and, maintain orderliness. So people started packing into the compound anyway. So I just kind of took a responsibility of the compound because we were the first. My friend really, she didn't mind. It was not her thing. Me now, Basilios, I like to. It's not Basilios, I was just very forward. So my landlord took interest in me. He saw that I was a very honorable person. He liked my kind of person as a young lady. So he now told me that he needed a caretaker for the compound. And I said, okay, that I might know somebody. It's life. Be very careful. Don't worry, you will get to the end of the story. So there was this man that I knew in my year 1. I knew him through a friend of mine. He was like a family, was very one of those matured guys I used to come to school now. So I just knew him, I knew he was a struggling young man that went to school very late. And then somehow he struggled, and then he had to bring his family to come and be with him because he was not just a student. His family moved down to stay in the apartment that he was staying. He was not my neighbor, don't get me wrong, but I knew him. So I used to call him, I won't call his name Sharp, but I used to greet him and all of that. So I knew this man was struggling. In fact, sometimes you come and beg me, please, now, have far. Please help me, my child needs pampers money. It was also weird sometimes. So I would just say, okay, I'll give him. And he was really struggling. So when my landlord said he needed the caretaker, I was like, okay. And this man, I remember that his rent was due where he was staying. Based on good Samaritan at time, good gay, HEPA of the world. I recommended the man. I said, okay, I know this man very well. That at least you have a job. So the landlord said that the caretaker would have a free apartment, free accommodation in the compound, and they'll be paying him monthly. I was like, oh my gosh, what kind of help? Like, this was so nice. You get. So I recommended the man. The man came for the interview. Kini. The child got the job. I became a caretaker of the compound. So fast forward, things were just there. So his family and I were just close. I was always helping the woman. Now she had 2 girls. I don't call their name, but she had 2 girls. Like that. So it was just, I was always just there. Just friendly, helpful. The man, when he didn't have something, he would ask me as a student too, but I would still give because I was a hustling student. I was working as a radio presenter, so I was not just a anyhow kind of student. I had money. So anyway, I'm trying to be fast in this story. I'm peeling yam. So honestly, some people in the compound didn't like this man. But because I know him, they were always saying that he was dubious, he was this, he was that. Me, I didn't pay attention because I don't like to judge people. I just be like, what people are saying about you is your business. Me, I don't know. That's so because long story short. There was a time my landlord now started telling me I was having issue with this guy, that he was not straightforward. You call him, this man, sometimes you always be lying to him. I'll be like, are you sure? I'll not go and talk to this guy. This guy will not use emotional stuff, tell me things. I'll be like, hey, sorry, don't mind this man, sorry. I will just. So as I was saying, sorry about the breaking transmission. So remember that I was like the middleman between my landlord, and my landlord brought this man because of me. Anyways, one time the man asked him and said that that his mother died, his father, I can't remember. He said he had to travel. That's how the man travel for burial, or whatever, to go and see the family. Then people came and started saying things that This man, oh, he collected, people say coming to the compound, that he collected money for rent and he not put people in the house. He was promising people a house and somebody will pack. Me say, if I was so gullible, I was like, he's a lie, I don't believe you will this. I thought I was call me voucher. Because I kept talking, before the wife now later on sometimes she because say that she has to pack off, she has to go. So the wife now pack her load one morning like that. I even help her pack early morning, secret packing. Pack her load and travel back to Port Harcourt. It was only me and people kept coming. So one day, this is the of the story. One day, one lady came like that, and guy with police officer. See me good girl, churchy. I was church pastor. Came and said that this man took money, kiniko. And they said that people have pointed that they know that I know the man. I was close to the family. So me, I was so honorable to the policeman. I was like, yes, sir. That I don't know what happened, but I don't think this lady is saying the truth. I was speaking English. Voice, I represent her now. I can't speak English. I said, I don't believe all of this, but he has traveled. And I open my mouth and I say, this is the part I used to laugh at me anyway. I said, you know what? The policeman, I told him, do you know what? I was even the one that brought this man. I was the one that brought him here. How do you think a police officer is that brought somebody and they're looking for a criminal? I saw the man say, hey, it's you that brought this, you that recommended the man, Abby. Anyway, cut the long story short. I say, okay, man, we have to take you to the station for question. I say, hey, my friend that was with me, you all left me. Say, this one a bell. That's how they carried me to station, questioning. That's how I now have to call my boss. My boss and I explained to him, this is what happened though. I just had to start praying basically. The Holy Spirit help me. I don't want to get into trouble for what I do not know. As it didn't dawn on my eyes shine that, hey, wait, you're trying to get into trouble because you are being too nice. Or you're vouching for someone. I called my boss said he was coming, and then I spoke to the police officer. I explained it, I told the truth. They just kept me asking me, I was just talking. I said, this is how I met the man or all of that. Then I said, okay, I will help them find the man, they will let me go. I said, no problem, that I would. All I do now. See me only daughter, first daughter of my mother. I'll help them, I'll just find the way. I have to call my brothers and ask them, So long story short, they let me go that day. That day I went home, I was thinking about my life. I said, this is how I got into trouble because of good that I did for somebody and me being blind. I started putting one-on-one together. I said, this man always come and lie to me. I need to mommy. I used to bet. He was a gambler. It was not straightforward in his way, but I did not see it because I was so Well, I tried what I could do. I don't know whether they found the man or not, but the story died down. People that came forward. Long and short of this story, why I'm sharing, because someone nearly did the same thing recently. She was just being so nice. I was like, babes, I'm not saying it's not good to be good, but be careful. Before you vouch for somebody, be sure that you know this person. And when you are seeing the signs, my dear, be wise. Then I was so susceptible and I was very, very gullible then. That was years ago. So not be now. Now, Shema, even though I'm a child of God, but I will look at you very well and be sure that the Holy Spirit is leading me. If the Holy Spirit is not leading me, because that time the Holy Spirit not leading me. Even when I was just doing things out of empathy and pity, and that was just exactly what got me into trouble. So you just imagine that it was something weightier than that. I would have gone to just how people go to jail. That's how people go to jail. In fact, that thing was a testimony that I got free. I'm on this year, man. I'm telling you a story because I'm cooking for my husband. I'm so sorry, it's just sweet. But that's how people get into trouble, basically. You just get into trouble for things that you do not know. Things that sorry, I can start cooking. Things that you don't know, like and you just find yourself in top problem. So please, if you're watching this video, be careful out there. Before you offer kindness to somebody, ask the Holy Spirit to lead you and be sure that you are sure of this person. Don't do all of that. I need guarantor, guarantee, this one, referee. You go and sign and you don't know about this person. And so in these days, be wise. So this is the Story View podcast. I hope you enjoyed this story. Let me hear your comments on that. Let me hear what you think. Don't laugh. Anyway, you're free to laugh. But learn the lesson in all. Just learn the lesson, like I said. I mean, maybe for that arrest me, I'll be behind bus. Money! Help me! I don't know! But here I am today. I have a life to tell the story. I live to tell the story. But in the end, I think the man sorted himself out. He turned himself in I remember. And he admitted some of the things that I was shocked. And and then he paid people the money and all of that. And then I graduated and I packed away from that place. And that was the end. That is the end of my story. Alright guys, the Story Review Podcast with Anita Kingsley. Have a nice day. Happy New Year. Did I type Happy New Year? Happy New Year. Now let me go back to boiling my yam. See my hands, Jesus. Let me boil my yam and cook fast before this man come back for work. Bye. Don't worry, next video will be, the story will be sweeter.